What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and help you understand tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a very important day for Neo. Even though Neo is looking quite bullish, guys, we do have a gap right here, and also, guys, February 10th is tomorrow. We have CPI data coming out. That is inflationary data that could definitely affect the market, so I'm going to talk about how that may affect Neo as well. I'm also going to talk about why many analysts are super bullish for Neo for the short term, and what Neo put on their Twitter page that makes me super bullish for the future. Now, before I say anything about what's going on with Neo's Twitter page or the price action of Neo, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner. This is all for educational purposes only, so please do not take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to have the opportunity to win up to $200,000 as Moomoo's giving away 200 grand for the new year. So if you want that chance, guys, please check out the offer. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Neo, it's currently up about 5.71% for the day. This is very similar to what I told you guys a couple of days ago. I told you guys I saw Neo making a very big move. Now, even though I am super bullish for the future of Neo, we do have to discuss something very important first. So today, guys, we dropped about $25.05 a share. Then we ran up to $26.24. We saw this divergence right here for every single one of the moving averages. That's a very bullish indicator. Now, we basically traded sideways after that, but we were pretty much up throughout the entire day. We ended up closing at $26.10 a share, up 5.71% for the day. Let's go, guys. That's looking pretty good. Now, the entire market did have a big run today, from AMC to GME to Tesla to the SPY. We saw lots of big moves to the upside. Now, even though I am very bullish for Neo, and there are a lot of bullish indicators like this right here, we could kind of see this inverse head and shoulders that formed. The thing about that is, there is something very important we have to discuss too, guys. That is the fact that even though it's looking very bullish, even though it's looking like we're about to break out of this channel, there are some important things to look at. Look at this right here, guys. There's divergence from the moving averages. They're spreading out. That's a bullish indicator. But even though we're kind of like treating this as support, the problem is we have a gap now. Do you guys see the gap right here? There's a gap between the $24.78 range and the $25.03. Do you guys see that? So there's a chance we may have to fill that gap soon. I know it sounds kind of frustrating, but the thing about Neo is the large majority of the time we do fill gaps. I don't know if we're going to fill this one right here. We don't always have to, but that's just an indicator that we may have to do that, right? Then here's the other thing, guys. Look right here. On February 10th, which is tomorrow morning, we have the CPI data coming out. This is going to be the inflationary data for the month of January of 2022. This is important because if inflation is really high, guys, that's an indicator that the Fed is going to be a lot more hawkish. They're going to possibly raise rates a lot more than we anticipate, and other things like that. So we don't want inflation to be way too high. If they reported super high, guys, above 7.2%, it's not going to be good for the market. The entire market's going to take a big hit, and Neo could drop because of that. However, if it's not too bad, if it's actually like really good in a way where it's much lower than we would have anticipated, that would be a very good sign, and Neo is going to fly, as so is the entire market, right? If it's kind of in the middle, not too bad, the market may not be affected too much, but I'm just putting it out there, guys. So when it comes to Neo, I often try to give you guys predictions, even though I'm not always correct, but in this video, I can't necessarily do that. I mean, I'll try just for fun. It's just going to be like me flipping a coin. I don't truly know what the CPI data is going to show. Now, based off previous trends, it seems like it's going to be very close to what we anticipated to be, but it may be a little bit concerning, right? Because we're probably going to see more signs of a more hawkish Fed. So as a result of that, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more probable that we see red tomorrow, guys. We might see a red day tomorrow. Neo could go as low as the $24.85 range to fill the gap. That is what I think is going to play out. I could be totally wrong, guys. Maybe CPI data won't be too bad, but I'm just putting it out there. That's what I think is going to play out. Now, the overall market, it was very, very fearful before. Now it's less fearful. It's looking a little bit better. And if you look at the VIX and other things like that, we're not necessarily in a market crash phase right now. In fact, the market's looking like it's ready to rebound, and so is NEO. So even if we drop tomorrow, guys, which I think is the most probable outcome, we're eventually going to recover, in my opinion. And there are many, many other analysts saying the same things. Look at this right here, guys. The Barclays analyst Zhong Xiao, they stated that they are rating NEO with a price target of $34 for the short-term future. They see NEO going to 34 relatively soon. Once again, very, very bullish looking, and that's a very good sign going forward. It's not just me that's saying that, guys. Many analysts out there are saying the exact same thing. Many big banks are saying it too. I believe there's other big banks out there saying that they saw NEO going to about, I believe, $83 a share this year. It's possible, and I'm just putting it out there that that is something you should be looking into. Now, another good article right here is from the Nasdaq, as they are starting to give NEO a lot more credit and shine more light in its path. They're stating that NEO stock has become everything Lucid Group could be. NEO opens at 24.25 a share. That's a market cap of $38 billion, and that could be a revenue of about $5.1 billion. So they're doing really well, guys. They're still killing it. They're absolutely crushing it when it comes to their production. But the thing is, guys, the thing about NEO is, look, there is kind of like some, how should I say, obstacles in the way when it comes to them crushing their production numbers every single month, because we are still in this semiconductor shortage situation. So because of the shortage, guys, we could see some issues here and there, but it's not necessarily too bad, because for the long term it's going to improve, they're going to recover, and they're going to kill it. So for NEO, I'm very bullish for the long term. But like I said before, guys, look at this right here. We do have this gap, so we still have to fill it. We may see some red here and there, but I'm still very, very bullish. Another thing that makes me bullish for the future is the NEO ET5, ignite the senses. That's what NEO often talks about. That's because of the fact that they announced a new car. They're absolutely killing it. I can't wait until they get into Europe. And they keep reminding us, guys, they're going to be launching to Europe soon. They're going to be launching to many different countries. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for the future of NEO. I can't wait for what they have for us. But right now, guys, we're not necessarily there yet. We're still a baby compared to where we're going to be in the next 5, 10, even like 2 years. We're still a baby, guys. So don't just look at the company, the stock price just like that, and then make a conclusion that it's not a good company. That's not how it works. So, like I said before, guys, this could have been a trap that was set by these big institutions, right? It kind of looks like a bear flag. I wouldn't say it's perfect. And the reason I'm talking about this is because of the fact that a lot of big institutions, they like it when a lot of retail investors, they start loading up on call options, and that may be what they were doing so that they could hedge those positions, maybe load up on short positions and try to make more money when they feel like some of us are a little bit more over leveraged. Because if they try to drop it and bring it as many calls so that they're out of the money, that could definitely, improve that in their position in some way, right? So that is what some of them are thinking about when it comes to hedging these positions. So as for NEO, guys, like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of downside, and it could happen to the entire market. If NEO is in the red, it's probably going to be the entire market that dragged it down. And that's kind of like what I see happening tomorrow because of CPI data. I could be wrong. We might rally again tomorrow. I could be totally wrong. Okay, but that's just what I think. I don't truly know what the data is going to show, but that's what I presume based off previous trends. Anyways, that's what I have for this one, guys. Don't worry too much about the short term because the long term is very, very bright, and I'm still very bullish for the future of NEO. I thank you for listening. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next one. NEO to the moon, and peace out.